Madonna. I'm sure a lot of people know Madonna. I'm sure a lot of people know how just evil the woman is. There's no way. I'm just going to be upfront and honest. She's quite an evil woman. Madonna is now under fire by the Ethiopian World Federation, which is a charitable organization, who is asking Malawi to investigate her orphanage. I can't say that word, so just laugh all you want. Just work with me. Investigate her orphanage. I can't say it. Or suspicion on suspicion of human trafficking and sexual exploitation. She's got an orphanage. I think I said it right that time. In Malawi, and several adopted kids from Malawi. The organization Raising Malawi, which is her organization, is set to, what they say, is set to help orphans with food, clothes, education, and psychosocial support. Very specific on that. All the suspicions include child trafficking, sexual exploitation, sexual slavery, adoption reversal, coercion, fraud, deception, and abuse of power. That is what they're accusing her and her organization of being involved with. Apparently, during her 2006 adoption case, Madonna did not disclose her 1992 pornography book, which is required in adoption cases. You have to put forward anything that might be questionable material. Well, that would be one of them. This book, I'm not even going to say the title of the book, but this book had an agreement in place with Time Warner. So she had to sign an agreement with Time Warner about this book that would not contain any CSAM. If you don't know what that is, it's child stuff, bestiality, or religious imagery. Madonna signed that agreement, and then she created a new company called Maverick, which then partnered with Time Warner, making that agreement void. This is important. I'll bring it back to why this book is important a little bit later, so hang on to that. I know there might be some random stuff I'm talking about, but it all has a reason why I'm talking about it. Apparently, the book had themes of bestiality, and she had admittance of pedophilia. I'm not going to read what it is, but she basically admitted that she has done things with underage kids in the book. This book and her loophole plan caused the EWF to begin to question her true intentions with the orphanage and the children. Guys, keep in mind, Africa is probably one of the most, if not the central hub for anything human or child trafficking. And there's a reason why Hollywood, there's a reason why the Catholic Church, and there's a reason why governments fund so much money into Africa for schools and orphanages. There's a reason why, and I'm sure you can figure that out now. There's apparently some questionable actions by Madonna to receive approval for the adoption of one of her children in 2006. Like I said, she's adopted children from Malawi, 4 of them. Basically, the kid didn't want to be returned to Madonna after her divorce with her husband in 2016, but he was ended up forced to go back to Madonna. And then images later, when I say later, I mean last year, shows the kid that she adopted now, grown up, I think he's 16 now, wearing dresses, wearing makeup, women's jewelry, and embracing Madonna in sensual ways. These are pictures that you can find online. That kid has been completely and entirely corrupted. She also adopted a girl named Mercy. This was her second. After hiring a legal team to take on the Supreme Court after being rejected, she then won and hijacked the child from her grandmother. Basically, the child's mother died and the grandmother had possession. Madonna went to adopt the child, was rejected. Then she sued, basically the Supreme Court won and hijacked the child from the grandma. That's her second child. Then she adopted twins, Esther and Stella. She acquired all these children after their mothers had died. She also promised to return them for every single kid, also promised to return the children after providing education. And in 2 of the cases, accused the fathers of abandoning the kids. She never returned any of the children. As you can see, there's some serious issues going on with this. Hang with me. I know, again, you might be thinking, okay, it's Madonna. It's bad, but what's going on here? Hang with me. Well, I talked about how everybody wants to fund schools and orphanages and stuff in Africa. Well, Madonna also had a plan to build 10 schools in Malawi without the permission of the authorities. She was planning and getting ready to build 10 schools without even getting any type of approval or anything from the authorities in Malawi. The funding, this is where it gets really, really interesting. The funding was coming from Hollywood circles, so personal investors from Hollywood, wink, wink, hint, hint, Epstein and his goons, and LA-based Kabbalah Center International. The Kabbalah Center International. So now not only do we've got the Catholic Church involved, but now we've got the Kabbalah involved, which is the mystic. They claim to be Jews, but they're not Jews. I'm not going to get into that. If you know about the Kabbalah, you know about the Kabbalah. Well, so Hollywood Circles and Kabbalah Center International based in LA. Co-founder of Rising Malawi is also co-director of the Kabbalah Center, Michael Berg. Michael's brother, Rabbi Yehuda, can't even read my own handwriting. Rabbi Yehuda Berg was ordered by jury to pay $177,500 in a sexual assault lawsuit. That right there tells you the daisy chain of who's involved with what's going on. It's all interconnected that way. Madonna also funded the building of the Mercy James Institute for Pediatric Surgery and Intensive Care at the Queen Control Hospital. She partnered with the Clinton Foundation to fund it and to build it. So now we've got the Clinton Foundation involved with this as well. And if that's not enough, Madonna is sponsored and continues to promote the Balenciaga fashion line. So, this is what I'm talking about, where I discussed the Balenciaga stuff, and I discussed the Gorsad stuff in Ukraine, and now we're discussing this. All of it is connected. George Carlin said it best when he said, "It's one big club and we're not in it." All of these people know each other. All of these people are working together. All of these people are coming together to create something so evil and so sinister to corrupt the children. And you know who is leading this. You know who is pushing this agenda forward and is moving the pieces around to get this done. This is the satanic agenda. This is the demonic and wicked and evil agenda that is pushing all of this through.